All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join us here tonight. I have my beautiful, wonderful, amazing lady here with me. She's already here on the show with me on the StreamYard. Say hello, my beautiful lady.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful
How are
lady.
you, my love?
I'm doing quite well. How about yourself, baby?
I am doing fantastic.
Yeah, you sound a little tired, baby. You a little tired tonight?
It's just the allergies have been really harsh this weekend. We've had a lot of wind, so I'm just a little stuffed up.
Yeah. No, my lady's going to be seeing her new primary care physician over the next week or so. And September 1st couldn't come any sooner when it finally switches over, huh, baby?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So my
Marking
lady's
down
doing
the days.
my lady's doing okay. She may sound a little bit tired or drowsy or something, but it's just her severe allergies and her severe sinus issues that are going to be corrected. So thank you for being here regardless, baby. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. No,
You sound
no
far
problem.
away, baby.
Oh, yeah, no problem, baby. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. I can hear your sexy voice a lot clearer when you're speaking closer to the microphone. Yes. It's all good.
You're so sweet, baby.
Oh, thank you, baby. Shucks. Anyway, so, all right, baby. Tonight, we have a very brief show here. We're only going to be on probably for 45 minutes to an hour. Depends how much, traction we get and how many questions are asked in the chat. The topic of tonight's show is my lady and I discuss upcoming content and answer any questions. One more time. My lady and I discuss upcoming content and answer any questions. So, baby, let's first start off by discussing what we're going to be doing starting this coming week. We're going to be making a little bit of a shift, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's a shift.
Okay.
In the positive right direction.
Well, everything is in the right direction here, baby. You know, everything is positive here. That's what we're all about. But I was more so talking about the content we're going to start to create starting tomorrow. We're going to be making a little bit of a shift from what we've been doing over here on Coach Eli to authentic live streams. Yeah.
Yep.
Would you like me to explain it, baby? I'm trying to give you the floor. I'm trying to give you the floor.
I would like you to explain it because I don't want to sound, like you say, I'm new to this, so I don't want to say anything wrong. So you explain it.
Well, see, I'm trying to be nice to you. You're trying to be nice to me. It's all good in the hood. RJ, if you can please help us moderate the chat. And same with you, Rosie Wren. Welcome to the show, Rosie Wren, the queen of YouTube now and forever. And I'll keep an eye on the chat as well, since we're not reading any blogs
welcome,
tonight.
guys.
We're just kind of going on the fly here. So my lady and I we're talking, and we've started to realize that we've really been neglecting our main channel. I have not put out, because now we run this together, we have not put out any content on our main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, in almost a month. And that is also a monetized channel. I've been running that channel for over 3.5 years. It's been monetized for 2.5 years. And what's been happening, baby, is, we worked so hard to get this second channel monetized and to move all of the live streams on this channel here and then focus on pre-recorded content on the main channel. We've been trying to get to the pre-recorded content, but because so much has been happening and we really wanted to give this channel a great push since it got monetized almost a month ago, we kind of got wrapped up in the excitement of this new channel being monetized. Well, it's not a new channel. The channel's been around for over 3 years, but my lady and I just started to focus on building it about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So that's what's going on. Anything you want to mention, baby, before I continue? We're going to, talk a little more about what we're going to be doing specifically.
No, I think you got it right there. I don't want to give too much away because I don't know what you want to share.
Well, basically, effective tomorrow, we're going to start focusing a little bit more on our main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. It's a channel with, I believe, 7.4K subscribers. We're going to be creating some more, pre-recorded content, more bite-sized content. Each piece of content will be about 30 minutes or less. Sometimes it might be a little bit longer. But we're going to try to put out a piece of content every day on that channel, pre-recorded. In addition, we are going to be doing some more YouTube shorts. I'm going to be creating some, new YouTube shorts, and I'm also going to be clipping some of my past live streams from Coach Eli 2 and using them as YouTube shorts. That's called repurposed content. It's not reused content. It's repurposed content with the intent to promote the live streams that are going to be happening in the future here on Coach Eli 2 by way of YouTube shorts on the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. In addition, we're going to be creating some exclusive members-only content on the main channel. And all of that is going to start this week. So we wanted to make it, clear and make you folks aware that we're going to be shifting focus, more towards the main channel for a bit. So I don't know if that says it as best as possible there, baby. What are your thoughts? Does that make sense to you?
No, yeah, no, that makes complete and total sense.
You excited about that?
I'm very excited. It should be interesting.
Well, I have to call you out. Why do you think it should be interesting, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
Well, because yeah, no, I'll keep it to myself. I don't want to give too much away, you know. I want to keep people waiting for it so you and I can talk about that in bed tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no matter how well you think you know your lady, sometimes you never know what you're going to get, right, baby? It's a surprise every day, right? That's what makes it interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. Rosie Wren, the queen of YouTube now and forever, says, I'm not in the mood to respond to the haters. I'm just ignoring it.
Same.
Well, that's what we're doing too, Rosie. We're just asking you to use your mod wrench and ban them if they come in the chat, if you beat us to it. You probably won't beat me to it. And I know, RJ, with all due respect, I know you're blind. So I know it's going to take a little longer to, use your reader to listen to these messages. But yeah, I mean, if you moderators out there notice something that's ban-worthy, please go ahead and ban them. Hide user from channel, and if you make a mistake, we'll correct it. No worries. But thank you for being here, Rosie. And everyone, feel free to ask any questions, comments, concerns in the chat, and we will get to it as we, discuss some things here tonight. So let's see. Well, we are not answering any questions that are not relevant to the show or life coaching. So I'm just making it very clear. Anyone that comes in here to ask questions that are not related to our show or life coaching, you will be immediately terminated. That's just the way it goes. Yeah.
What was the question?
Well, I'm not gonna read what they wrote there. It's irrelevant to the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something. I mean, it's a legitimate question, but again, it's like, I don't want to acknowledge any stupid shit happening. I just want to help people. My lady just wants to help people. So honestly, we don't want people coming here asking questions why other people are doing certain things to us and stuff like that. Please ignore it. If you don't ignore it, you're going to be banned immediately with no warning.
Mm-hmm.
RJ Sandifer says, at Eli is respectfully in the same room with you. No, she's not actually. She's in my bedroom, our bedroom. I gotta, when you're with a woman and you're about to move in together very soon, it goes from my room to our room, right, baby? Let's get that straight, right, baby? It's not my
Yes.
room anymore. It's our room, our business. It's our everything. And I'm emphasizing it being kind of funny, but I do love this woman. And the bottom line is, when you truly love a woman and you're going to take that next step and move in together and have a life together, everything, that each other has belongs to the both of you. That's just the way it goes. And if you can't see it that way, then it's not worth it to move forward, So yeah, Tam is here. Tam, Ms. T, hope you and your lady are well today, Eli. We're doing quite well. Please feel free to ask any questions in the chat, as long as they're related to life coaching, or myself or my lady. We're not going to be answering any questions regarding drama, YouTube trolling, hating, etc., like that. We're banning people immediately that even, say anything remotely close to that. Welsh, how you doing? Welsh, respectfully, my lady told me you are a female, and I thought you were male, and I apologize. You are female, right? Please let us know in the chat. Yeah, so, baby, I forgot to mention. So I put out a poll late last night, baby. You fell asleep and I stayed up a little bit longer. You're still there, right, baby?
Yeah, I'm here.
I put out a poll on both my channels. This channel here, Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams, and the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. On the community tab, same thing. Do you support Coach Eli? And that includes you as well, baby. I should have added, your name there next time. I will do that. Before we continue, RJ Sandifer says, I was going to say her mic sounds damn good. You know why? Baby, I have to answer this. RJ is saying your microphone sounds damn good.
Thank you, RJ.
Yes, thank you. And here's what we did, RJ. It's the same thing when I come on from my smartphone, onto live stream panels when I'm not live from the studio. I purchased my lady a nice gaming headset. Has comfy what do you call it?
The ear pads.
The headset, the ear pads. The headset is very, very comfy. And it has a nice microphone. It's bendable by metal, so it won't break. It uses a 3.5 millimeter jack, and she has a Samsung Galaxy, and Samsung has done the same thing that Apple did a while back. They've removed the 3.5 millimeter jack. So in order to use a 3.5 millimeter jack, you have to get, you have to buy the special piece that allows you to do that, the accessory. And there's only one piece that allows you to charge and plug in a 3.5 millimeter, jack at the same time. And that's the Belkin piece. So I got her that, that accessory, got her the headset, and she's plugged in and she's on my Wi-Fi. So, we wanted to amp up her sound because initially, baby, you were using the speaker on your phone and it sounded okay, but this sounds a hell of a lot better, huh?
Yes. Like so much better.
Okay. Yes. The person that mentioned what they mentioned earlier that got banned is in another account saying, I am back, coach, to only ask true and respectful questions. I support you, brother, and you know it. Then that's fine. And I think I know who you are, and that's fine. I just don't want to talk about stupid shit, and neither does my lady. And, it's like there's no point in continuing to talk about something that's never going to change. Okay? You got to understand, it's never going to change. You have to just walk away from it and mean it and let people do what they're going to do. And eventually, the audience will choose where they want to go, right, baby?
Yep.
Welch says, "Yeah, ha ha ha." Well, Welch, I'm sorry. I thought you were a man. So my apologies regarding that. But thank you so much for your support. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, baby, I put out those two polls. Do you support Coach Eli? And I put two options. I put yes, I'm a man that supports Coach Eli. And then the other option was yes, I'm a woman that supports Coach Eli. And I didn't put any option that says no, I don't support Coach Eli. You know why? Why do you think I did it that way, baby?
We don't promote negativity.
Oh my God! I'm going to give you a big round of applause. This is literally the smartest woman I've ever met in my entire life. Next to my mother. I got it. Of course, baby, our mothers will come first. But baby, besides
Mamas
my
always
mother.
come first.
Oh, yeah. You're incredibly intelligent. So, I didn't put a no option because the people that don't support us or support me or support us, it's like it doesn't matter if you respond or not. We're looking to see who is supporting us, right? And last time I checked, we had about 30 responses, and it was fairly close. I think between both polls, it was like 60% men supporting us and 40% women supporting us. That's as close to 50-50 as possible, huh, baby? What are your thoughts about that?
That's actually kind of interesting because I feel that we have more females that come into our chat than we do males.
Well, it appears that the women are being more ballsy and coming out and supporting, whereas some of the men that probably want to support us have been a part of some other groups that fear showing up in our chats because they're going to get repercussions from those other groups, which is pretty ridiculous because you should be able to go wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go, even on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But additionally, baby, before you got involved here, 3-4 months ago, I was running this channel by myself, and the majority of my content has been more so focused towards helping men better understand women. And at the same time, I've always said I support women too, and even though most of my content has been focused more towards helping men, women can learn from it too, right? And there are many other channels like that do what I do, or what we do. And, they cater their content primarily towards men, and they've shown their analytics like 90+% of their audience is male and like less than 10% is female. So for us, myself and us, to have pretty close to a 50-50 male to female ratio, of supporters, that actually puts a big smile on my face. What are your thoughts about that? Isn't that the way it should be?
Absolutely. And I don't know what it was like before I started with you, but I think that having me on the show might have drawn in more women,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's brought up like the amount of women that watch, and because I have a women's perspective to give on top of you giving the male.
Yeah, baby, why do you think I brought you in? Baby, first of all, I love you, right? Baby, I'm not using you. It was a joke, but there's
Oh,
truth
no,
to it
no,
too.
honey. Yes. I know.
Baby,
I know
there's
you're joking. I was reading the
I'm
chat.
gonna read what I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it out loud in a second, and we'll respond to it. We'll get to the comments in a second, but there is a lot of truth to it, baby. I mean, you do bring a lot of value to the channel, and yes, you've been instrumental in getting more women active here. Actually, getting just more people active. It's been a great dynamic, having you on here. So thank you very much for that, baby. Anything you want to add to that before I read Welsh's question?
Oh, no, just, no, thank you, baby. This has been a great experience.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. I look forward to our Epsom salt bath tonight in peace and harmony, right, baby?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Welsh in the chat says, I have a question. Eli, why do men in an argument always say to the woman, have you taken your meds yet? Just because the woman is right in the argument? Because they're insecure, Welsh. Babe, that's a simple answer. What do you think? It's because they're
No.
insecure.
Yeah, they know that they're wrong, and all they want to do is trigger you so that you get crazy on them, and then it makes you look wrong. That's what they're doing. They're trying to trigger and project. But yeah, no, they just insecure little you know what's.
Bitches.
Female dogs. Yes.
I'll just say it one time in the middle of the show. It's okay. It's in the right context. It's all good. It won't get us demonetized. Yeah, baby. I think what's really going on here in Welsh's situation, she's one of those decent women, but she's also strong, probably has her shit together, probably makes good money, takes care of herself, and is trying to find a good man that's going to do his part. But what's happening is she's having a hard time finding a good man because men are intimidated by, successful women nowadays, and they shouldn't be, right? Like, baby, let me ask you this before you respond to that. How many times when, you've had an issue with the way I responded to something, or it could be the smallest thing that affects you emotionally, and then you make me aware that you didn't like that? Like, how many times do I try to argue you on that? Or how do I handle that with you when you bring something up to me like that? What do I do?
You never argue it with me. You always because what I'll do is I usually just walk away and cool off for a second, and then I'll come back and tell you what the issue is, and you listen, and we talk it out, you know?
Okay, we talk it out. And what do I say, baby? Be more specific, baby, because we're trying to help Welsh here.
You tell me you love me, you never wanna fight me, and it's pointless to argue a woman.
And I say, I'm sorry about 600
Oh,
times in about 2 minutes.
oh, yeah.
And I mean it. And
Yes.
it's not ass kissing. It's not sucking up to my woman. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And look, I'm a guy. I love to have fun with my lady. I love to tease her. What turns me on is teasing my lady. And I do it because I want to get a reaction from her and then slap her butt and kiss her, right? I'm just having fun because I love my woman. But sometimes, she may interpret it the wrong way, or she may not be in the right mood, or maybe she's focusing on watching a TV show or something else. And I'm interrupting something that she's trying to accomplish. And that's what guys do. Sometimes us guys, I hate to admit it, baby, no matter how much I love you, sometimes I try to trigger you on purpose just because it's fun. And I love the challenge because you're a beautiful woman. And I just, I love when you get a little feisty. And then I realized, you know what? Shit, man. I was just, I took it a bit too far, and I'm sorry, baby, And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. Like a real man, Welsh, is going to own up to his mistakes, own up to his faults, is going to apologize even to a woman he's dating if he's wrong. There's a difference between apologizing and sucking up to a woman trying to get into her pants on the first date. Like, a lot of guys think that if they ever apologize to a woman, that's beneath them. That's not manly. No. If you cannot apologize to your woman for your own mistake, you're not a man. You're a sissy. You're a sissy. You are. Baby, take it away.
Oh, I agree with that. I had something else to say, and I completely spaced it out right
Well,
now.
while you think about that, let me respond to what else, or the other part of Welsh's response there. And then we'll get to you, RJ. Welsh says, I'm very comfortably money-wise in life, LOL, and myself and all. See, you're confident. You're a good woman. You make good money. And that's very intimidating to some guys that, lack that, right? See, any man that's at your level is not going to feel, how do I say this the right way? is not going to feel emasculated, right? Is not going to feel threatened, right? By a successful woman. So I think what's happening with you, Welsh, is that and how old are you, by the way? If it's not too personal, are you? I'm not trying to be mean, but are you a millennial? Are you between the ages of 25 and 40?
Just give
Because
us an
if
age range. You don't have to give us the actual number,
yeah,
hon.
yeah, are you between 25 and 40? Because if so, then you're dealing with
Never
an
ask a
age
woman her
range.
age.
Oh, baby, if they want to mention their age, they'll say it. If not, they'll just give a range. It doesn't matter. It's all good. I understand that, baby. Jesus. I'm 48. I'm not, I get it. You're 47. It doesn't bother you, baby. But
No, but
I understand. I understand that. But what else was I going to say? Guys, 40 and under nowadays are unlike any other types of guys we've ever seen. Men are being raised differently nowadays. They're being raised to be more feminine. And that's why you're encountering men that don't know how to handle situations. You know, if they say, "Have you taken your meds yet?" and this and that, like, or do you even
that's
take
what I was
meds?
gonna say.
What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say the only time you ever asked me if I've taken my meds is for my allergies and sinuses
Well,
or my
I don't
inhaler. You don't
I don't
ask
say
me about any other kind of meds. You just are looking for my medical safety as far as like, do you have your inhaler? Do you have this? You know, that's the only time you've ever asked anything about me taking my meds. And it's just to make sure we have it when we're going out or before we
right.
go out.
Right. I'm sorry, Welsh. Nightbot timed you out. I don't know why. You just put
Damn
48.
Nightbot.
I'll have to look and see what's going on. But I'll read. She said 48. I don't mind saying. So are the men
Mm,
that you're dating, are they around your age? Are they younger? Are they under 40? Are they over 40? Because there are men that are Gen Xers like you, myself, and Welsh, baby, that
mhm.
behave like the millennials, behave very immaturely and insecurely. It all depends on their upbringing. There are more men, um, you know, that are insecure and immature in the modern world than in the past, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist during our generation. They did. And Welsh is probably just coming across these types of guys. Um, and if that's the case, you just, if they're not cutting it, you got to let them go and put yourself back out there and find a guy that's going to be more well balanced. Find a guy that is emotionally aware, emotionally strong, emotionally stable. A guy that's, not afraid to express their feelings, right, baby? I'm not saying vomit your feelings all the time, but I'm saying you got to be able to emotionally bond with your woman or it's not going to work. And it sounds like the guys that Welsh has been connecting with um, don't know how to emotionally bond or they're afraid of it. What are your thoughts, babe?
Um, yeah, that could be the case. I don't know because she is from another country. I don't know how the men are out there
It's the same thing,
with
baby.
their well, I don't know. I mean, I just don't like to speak on things that I don't know about, but maybe yeah, maybe they are intimidated by her and then that blocks their emotional bonding maybe. Um but yeah, if you can't emotionally bond to your man, then there's nothing. Like you have to be able to he has to be able to break down and be emotional with you in order for y'all to connect. And it doesn't mean he has to cry like a baby. It's just sharing his feelings about whatever's going on and not just being that tough guy that keeps it all in.
Yeah, Welsh just changed her picture on her profile. No, you look good, Welsh, and it has nothing to do with your looks or anything like that. Um, You look good for your age. My lady looks good for her age. One day we're gonna bring her on the front line here. Not quite yet. Soon, but not quite yet. But I think what's going on, baby, in her situation is exactly. I'm no catfish, she says. That's true. Okay.
LOL.
It's the same thing we've been talking about. And baby, here's the thing. Again, I'm trying to say this as respectfully as possible, baby, because I've been doing this on YouTube here full time for almost 6 years now, and I have encountered tons and tons of men and women from all over the world, the UK, Australia, Philippines, many other countries, Canada. And let me tell you, it is the same thing. Feminism has affected relationships globally in the same way as it's affecting people here. So what Welsh is going through, just so you know, baby, is pretty much the same things that you've gone through and other women are going through and other men are going through out here in the U.S. So does that kind of help out a little bit?
Yes. I just don't understand why even not even just the millennials, but even the Gen Xers, um, these men are just so lazy nowadays. Like the last two guys that I was in relationships with, one couldn't hold a job to save his life. The other one was just happy making very minimal money and just had no drive or purpose. And I'm just not understanding. I'm seeing that in a lot of people these days.
It,
And it's just, I don't understand it.
you know what I think it is, baby? You want to hear my opinion on it?
Hmm.
It's an insecurity. They feel they aren't worthy of anything better, right? Um, and I know
But
you were telling
then,
me
but then they are insisting that we match or make more to compensate the household bills because they're not doing enough for it. And then when we do start making more money, that's when their fucking balls like shrivel up
they
inside
drop, right?
and they can't handle it, but they're the ones that have pushed us to do this.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't make sense. That means there's a screw loose. Maybe they have mental and emotional issues. Uh, Maybe they have unresolved traumatic issues stemming back to their childhood that make them feel that way. Like it could be for a multitude of reasons. But let me ask you this, baby: have I ever once asked you? All right. We should be back live. I'm really, really sorry, folks. I had a glitch here on my laptop, and that's why we started late. Um, I don't know what is RJ. You're saying, Soothie, please stick to the topic. Um, oh, when Soothie was asking, how do I afford women? Well, that's kind of a trolling question. Unless you have something better to say, Soothie, that there's no answer. That's not a question worthy of answering. I think you're trolling. But anyway, we are back, baby. Hold on a second here. All right. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure that the stream is back up and running. Okay, it is back up and running. Okay. All right. So yeah, baby, we were talking about have I ever asked you for anything? Have I really asked you for anything? And you were
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely not. I mean, you've never asked me for a dime or anything. Um, I offer and I do, give you gifts, but that's on my own account. You never ask for anything.
yeah, yeah. Welsh says my ex hubby put me down a lot. That's sad to hear. how long were you with your ex-husband, Welsh? And did you have any kids? And I'm not trying to get too personal, but there are a lot of reasons why marriages fail and why husbands put down their wives. They really shouldn't do it, but typically it's because women are rising up above men. It's the truth. As a man, I'm not ashamed to come out and say that there are more women rising up in the modern world quicker than men. And, it's pretty sad. Not that women are rising up. It's pretty sad that men have declined so badly because of the fact that women are rising up. Men are so intimidated by women nowadays that they just give up on themselves. Have you noticed that, baby? We were talking about, other guys that you've dated, such as, we're not going to mention his name, but the last guy you dated, security guard making $18 an hour. He was driving an hour away from where you folks lived. The job was real easy at night. You were able to find a place that would hire him closer to home, making $30 an hour, but he would actually have to work, and he didn't want to take that job, right?
That's correct.
How pathetic is that?
He would say that his time at work, like that was his time for himself. And that's why he would sit there and play his video games. And then he would do the minimal amount, go and do the patrols every hour or so. And that's it. And he was comfortable with that.
Wow.
And it just so happens, we have not been together for quite some time. It's been well over a year. He actually just started dating a woman about 3 months ago, and he's already moved into her house. What does that say about you? When a
Well,
man has to move in with a woman.
It's saying that he can't afford to live on his own. He can't afford to, take care of himself. And maybe she's in the same boat on the flip side. I mean, I don't know of any woman that would let a man move in 1 month after they're together. If that man, is not coming together with his shit together.
Yeah.
Or is not coming there with his shit together, which is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And so I don't know, to each its own.
Yep.
Maybe she.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Okay, you kind of reacted to what I was saying. So, what was the reaction for?
Oh yeah, I mean, like you're saying, to each their own. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gonna live their life the way they want to, and if that's how they want to do it, I'm just saying that's not my circus and not my monkeys. I don't have to be a part of it.
No, I totally agree, baby. We're just talking about these things for example purposes, so we can help other people learn through our
Oh yeah,
trials and
I'm not putting
tribulations. Yeah,
anybody down. That's an expression, babe. I'm not putting anybody down.
baby, you were born you were born in New York. I know you lived most of your life here in the Bay Area, but the San Francisco Bay Area, that is. But you still have a lot of New Yorker roots. You get that from your mother. So you got to understand, I'm a California boy and you're more like a New Yorker chick, right? And sometimes I can't read, I can't tell when you're playing or not. Just like same on the flip side. You can't tell when I'm playing or not sometimes, huh, baby? It makes it
Yeah,
fun.
I hear
Makes it
that.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
really quick, baby. Wow, Welsh, 2 boys together, 12 years sounds very similar to my marriage. Married 13 years and 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. Similar situations.
Hmm. So anyway,
Hello? Oh, you
yeah,
muted
can you?
me. No, I
Hmm.
can't hear you.
I didn't mute you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah. So Welsh, let us know. let us know. Were you out earning your husband during the marriage? Was he out earning you? That's an important thing, because if you were out earning him, that could be why he reacted the way he did. It shouldn't be that way, but that's just how it happens. So anyway, um, hang on one second here. Baby, can you take over the show just for a second? I got to use the restroom real quick. Got to go really badly. Can you take
Yeah.
over the show just for a few minutes or so? I'll
Yeah.
be
What
right
do you
back.
want me to do? All right.
Just keep addressing the chat, and maybe share any type of story you want to share. I'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, so Welsh, I don't know if you heard my backstory at all, but I was married when I was 19, and I had my children very young at 20 and 23. And so they're both grown adults now, out living on their own. But yeah, we were together a total of 15 years and married 13. And after a trip to out with the guys, he came home and he decided he just didn't want to be married anymore. And he wasn't having an affair. He just figured we weren't compatible. We were getting into a lot of fights, and a lot of it had to do with our financial situation. Now, at that time, he was, or he still is, um, he's a police officer, and I was a nurse at the time. And so we were making a very good income. And uh, yeah, it it got to a point where it was pretty equal. But towards the end, I was making a touch more money than he was, uh, per hour, per paycheck. And I don't know if that got to him, but what it did to me was it gave me a feeling like, who the heck are you to tell me how to spend money that I'm earning? So that was a real big downfall in our marriage, because he would do what he wanted and then I would do what I wanted, and then there'd be no money left. My thing was spoiling the kids. I took them everywhere. They had season passes to the local amusement parks. They had, season passes to the water parks. They did every activity they could. Um, it just, that's where I put my focus towards. He put his focus towards more vacations with his coworkers. So I think with him doing that, it really just drew us even further apart and ultimately ended the marriage. So, but that is that. I mean, it is in the past and I am completely over it. He is not a bad man. I'm not angry at him at all. He's been a fantastic father to my two children, and very supportive to them. And so I really have nothing negative to say in regards to that other than we just weren't meant to be. So that is that story. And when he came home and left and decided to leave me, that's when I got with the next guy, and that's when I started making bad decisions.
I'm
I
back,
was
babe. But
still
continue,
make
continue,
Oh,
continue, baby.
okay. I would say I was still making the same money, still doing very well, but now I was with this bottom feeder that was just leeching onto me,
Mm-hmm.
and he wound up being very violent and abusive and didn't end up well. But we can end it there, babe.
Mm. Yeah.
I just
No.
basically I talked about I just was explaining to Welsh my like marriage situation, how long I
Yeah.
was married, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see. Welsh says, hard work, lady, LOL. We both earning just, it is what it is. So you're both probably, earning equal money. I had my children late, which I regretted. Should have had them younger. Um, that is, it's never too late. I mean, baby, talk about that because you were a nurse. I mean, there are women in their late 30s and early to mid 40s having healthy babies. It's never
Oh
too
yeah,
late as long as you
it's
have the
it's
right partner, right?
as long as you have the right partner. But I think what she's getting at is that if she had her children younger, like I did, she'd have more of a life in her 40s and her 50s. What I'm picking up, and I could be wrong, Welsh, you can correct me, is that you still have the kids in your house, so you're still raising them. So I get how you say you regretted having them later on in life and not earlier.
Yeah, but you know what I'll say, babe? Um, honestly, I think nowadays if I had to choose, um, it's better to have children a little bit later than you initially had them. I'm sure that you know you would have wanted to wait, but I remember you mentioned there was an oops with the pill and all that, and things happen, right? Um, but I think that even women having kids in their mid to late 30s or early 40s, as long as they're with the right partner and they're healthy and they're able to conceive, no problem. Plus, you've been able to live more of your life and you've learned a lot more by the time you reach your mid to late 30s and early 40s, right, baby? I mean, if you had the knowledge back at 19 or 20 when you had your daughter that you have today, would you have done things differently?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't
That's a
know
that's a great question.
because
Yeah.
I really, I look at this like I had my kids young, so, you know, they would grow up and I would be able to see them grow up, get married, have their babies. When you have your kids later on in life, you never know because you never know if your kid is not going to have a baby or something or whatever. But I wanted to give her the chance right
Yeah.
away, as well as my son, that we could all be together for a long time.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to miss out. Maybe I just have that underlying FOMO issue, fear of missing out. But yeah, I wanted to give my kids um, a life while I was young and vibrant and healthy, and then I could live, a lot longer with them,
Yes,
while they
but you were
grew
still
up.
a baby. You were still a baby practically, even though technically you were an adult. 19 years old in today's world is still a baby. It's like a baby having a baby.
In to in today's world, yes, but I would say back when I was growing up, you remember I am the oldest of my siblings.
Hmm.
So I was already doing mama-like things. I had been helping mama change diapers and feed babies and,
Yeah.
watch my brothers. So it was in like a natural instinct. So
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. I would have been growing up with them and more energy. Haha, yeah. See, yeah, I had a heck of a lot more energy back then. So that's why it worked out well for me. I could chase those little ones around.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, but I don't think it was fear of missing out, baby. I think that, even women at 19, men and women at 19 years old are still not experienced enough, in my opinion, to, you know, have a family. I mean, even back in those days, because you're a little over a year younger than myself. I wanted to get married, in my early 20s, but I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't even know 2% of what I know today back then. And so, it was a learning experience for me. And that's why I'm saying for Welsh, yeah, you may have had your kids later, but you came into this a lot more experienced than, if you would have had kids in your early 20s or your late teens. So, but anyway, Welsh says they're not, knit X's for nothing, LOL, but the children have us both in their lives, so that's good for them. So you both have shared custody is what I'm assuming you're saying there. And then Welsh furthermore says, I would have been growing up with them and more energy, haha. Well, yeah, I mean, there's always a trade-off, right, babe? I mean, if you have kids younger, you're going to be around longer and have more energy, but you're going to be less experienced, right?
Yep.
When you get older, if you have kids older, you have more experience, but a little less energy because you're getting older, right? And so either way, it's a trade-off. And, whenever it happens, a good mother and a good father will find a way to be there for their kids and to make it happen. I'm glad it sounds like, even though you two are no longer together, that you're taking care of the kids, and they're gonna turn out okay. So that is that. We are at 54 minutes. It looks like that's what the back end of YouTube is saying. I can't look at OBS because it crashed earlier, and the clock started when the clock started over when I restarted it. Let's see. Welsh says, I was very busy bringing my nieces and nephews up before I had my own during my mid-20s. Anyway, so you were babysitting. You were helping other family members out raising their children. So you gained the experience doing that. Did that
Yep.
make you feel like you really couldn't wait to be a mother? Like, it sounds like you had that nurturing side of you, that maternal, right? What do they call? Not maternal, paternal,
Yes.
right? Is it maternal or
No,
paternal?
maternal.
Maternal,
Maternal mom.
maternal. Sorry, maternity leave. I get it. Go ahead.
Oh no, you were asking me. You were saying something.
Well, I was just saying she had that maternal instinct, or she had that, that fire in her belly after, taking care of her, nieces and nephews, that,
Yeah.
she probably couldn't wait to have her own kids.
That
And
happens with some women, and then it could also have the opposite effect.
okay.
If you are stuck watching nieces and nephews or siblings, it may be the best birth control for you.
Okay. All right. RJ Sandiford says, good night, everyone. Good night, RJ. I know it is
Good night,
11:41
RJ.
p.m. Eastern time in your neck of the woods in Okeechobee, Florida. RJ, get in touch with me at some point tomorrow, and we will go from there. I'll let you know, what my schedule is going to be like tomorrow. That all depends on what my lady and I have going on tomorrow. So reach out to us in the morning, and we'll go from there. Thank you for being here. Yeah, any final thoughts? Anything else you want to mention, Welsh, while we're still here? We're going to go off the air in just a few minutes. Babe, any other final thoughts?
Nope.
Yeah, maternal person. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, she had it in her. She wanted to be a mother.
Yeah.
She really loved and enjoyed, raising, either her brothers or sisters' kids, right? The nieces and the nephews, right? Yeah, she got that fire in her belly, and you had your kids a little later, but hey, better late than never, right? And some of us, like myself, you know, um, I wanted to be a father up until I was the age of 40, and then I made it optional. And it's probably not going to happen, and that's okay. I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. I'd rather be with a good woman and live happily ever after than be with the wrong woman and bring a child or two into this world with the wrong woman. I'd rather not have kids with the right woman than have kids with the wrong woman, right, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, yeah, that's a beautiful story, Welsh, and thank you so much for sharing that. She says, "Night, Eli and Lady, lovely talking with you both. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much
Good
for
night.
being here. Good night." All right, before we wrap this up, once again, in case you missed the beginning of the show, starting tomorrow, my lady and I are going to focus a little more, or the majority of our energy, on creating some pre-recorded content for our main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. That's the channel with 7.4K subs. I know many of you have come across my content on this channel here, Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams, which was known as Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams up until about a month ago, where I changed the name right before this channel got monetized. This is my second channel that's been monetized. The other channel I just mentioned, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, where we will be creating the pre-recorded content at starting tomorrow, has been monetized for 2.5 years and has been around for about 3.5 years. And so you're going to want to subscribe to that channel. Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes, or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. That's youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. Again, for quite a while, we're going to be more so focusing our energy on creating pre-recorded content over there. So make sure to subscribe to both channels and you won't miss a thing once we do something, right, baby, or anything, right?
Right.
Right. All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to shut this baby down, and I'll come get you in a minute or two, and we will have a lovely bath and enjoy the rest of the night. And I hope each and every one of you out there enjoys the rest of tonight, or if it's already morning where you're at in your neck of the woods, enjoy the rest of your day, whether you have a special loved one or not. And you're all worth it. Just know it deep within. You're all worth it. All right, baby. Say goodbye to everyone, baby.
Alrighty. Goodbye, all.
Bye, babe. Love you, babe.
Love you.
Bye. All right. That was my lovely lady, and that's going to wrap it up for this show. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you to Welsh for opening up and letting us get to know you a little bit more. Hopefully we, helped shed some light on, some of your situations. Thank you to RJ Sandifer for being here as well. And welcome back to the Mod Crew, RJ. Hopefully you stay on the straight and narrow this time. If not, hey, we'll just, handle it the same way we did last time. But I really appreciate you, RJ, and anyone else that was watching behind the scenes. With that being said, have yourselves a great day. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.